Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Lecturer, Ma'am Santi, and all of my beloved friends. First of all, let us thank to the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Because of His blessing, we are able to come here to join in this class. Let me introduce myself. My name is Khairul Umam. As a moderator, will lead the process of this presentation. The presentation today is about principal leadership for improving teacher performance. Now, I will read one by one our agenda today. That are, the first session is opening, the second session is presentation, and the third session is closing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's open our meeting by saying Basmalah together. Thank you. Hopefully, by reading this Basmalah, this presentation goes well. For the next agenda is presentation session. For the first turn will be given by first presenter Prasetyo. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mom, for giving me this opportunity. The first sub the first subtopic is understanding of leadership in general. Leadership is something that plays a dominant, crucial, and critical role in the whole effort. The effort in question is to improve work performance either at the individual, group, or organization level. So there's a school principal leadership style. Leadership style is a characteristic of a person to influence other people or organizations so that other people are willingly and able to move and imitate their attitudes and characteristics towards achieving goals. Leadership style is a norm of behavior by someone when it affects others. Furthermore, leadership style is applied to the level of maturity of subordinates and the goals to be achieved. Subordinates, as an important element involved in achieving goals, have differences in terms of abilities, needs, and personality, so that the approach taken by the leader is adjusted to the level of maturity of the subordinates. Principles leadership style in improving teacher disciplines. So, the principal tries to be an example in the school environment by arriving early and leaving late. The leadership styles used by the school principal in improving teacher discipline. From the results of interviews, it was revealed that a telling leadership style was used, and this style was carried out by meeting teachers personally. Leadership styles of telling is carried out by the principals during the teachers council meeting in connection with the telling style of the principal every morning, where it is done by sitting in the teachers council office. He monitors every teacher who comes and immediately reminds him when teaching time comes. The principal's leadership style in increasing teachers' work motivation, namely the principal trying to motivate teachers by setting high work standards based on quality improvement. The school principal is very aware and understand that, in a sense, teachers are ordinary people and are never free from mistakes, and also pays full attention to following up on complaints and expectation expected by teachers to create quality school institutions. The principal leadership style in increasing teachers' responsibility. Namely, the principal also provides awards in executive and other welfare outside of the certification welfare that has been determined on the national scale. With awards, incentives, and welfare, it is hoped that it will be able to add to other needs and are increasing. The principles adheres to democratic leadership style in increasing the responsibilities of teachers in increasing teachers' responsibility. School principals are trying to encourage and increasing teachers' enthusiasm to work both in extracurricular or non-extracurricular. That's all from me. Take it, Umam.
Okay, thank you for Prasetyo for the presentation. What's a great presentation? Now, next turn is for the second presenter, Yazid. The floor is yours.
Thanks, moderator, for the time. And next, how school principals do. Principal leadership in improving teacher performance. A. Coaching teacher performance. In fostering teacher performance, the school principal has carried out coaching in the development of the teaching profession, namely by involving teacher in seminars, training and training activities. The training, in addition, the principal also familiarizes the teacher with the time discipline. B. Supervision of teacher performance. In supervising teacher performance, the principal has made observation of each class, control it to see class condition. Then, for supervision while running activities in class have not been carried out optimal. Due to conducting class visit during the learning process, it is not routinely carried out based on the schedule. Motivating teachers, the principal has also provided motivation quite well. Motivation is given personally or at meeting to teachers to encourage student, teacher, and provide encouragement to teacher to improve their performance. And see, evaluating teacher performance. Evaluating learning activities and teacher performance is carried out by the principal at the end of each school year to determine how successful students are in receiving lesson and whether the teacher performance is getting better in carrying all care duties. D. As for teacher performance, indicator in planning learning, managing implementation, and evaluating learning, the teacher has implemented it quite well, but it is still not optimal because there are still teachers who do not make lesson plans. Then also in practice, there are still teachers who have not used various methods. Then evaluation is also still there are teachers who do not given assessment and follow up on the result of the assessment. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Yazid, for the presentation. Now, next turn is for the last presenter, Whiskie. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator, for your time. Here I will continue the discussion regarding factor on how to improve teacher performance. There are supporting factors and inhibiting factors. Okay, first is supporting factor. There are several supporting factors for school principal in improving teacher performance. There are by providing encouragement and support to teachers to continue higher education and enthusiasm of teachers who are always willing to participate in training both at school and outside of school to improve their quality in teaching. Furthermore, the fulfillment of existing facilities and infrastructure in school because these facilities and infrastructure are supporting the success of teaching and learning activities. Then, each teacher must be able to provide variation in learning method so that students do not feel bored during the learning process. In addition, there is strong motivation from the principal and reward teachers who have performed well. Okay, second is inhibiting factor. There is an inhibiting factor for the principal in improving teacher performance, namely that there are still teachers with honorary status, so this can be related to a teacher's performance. Then, the facilities are still lacking such a LCD projector, so that the learning process is hampered. The lack of ability from teachers to manage classes and create conducive and enjoyable learning climate so that students feel bored in learning. Furthermore, there are still teachers who are not fully disciplined, such as coming to school and entering class. This will make student noise and often go out of class to disturb other classes who are studying. Okay, that's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Whisky, for the presentation, and thanks for all the presenter. Finally, we are come to the last agenda. We would like to say thanks again for the presenter and all of the audience for active participation. Hopefully, the presentation will give benefit for us. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.